warn, and invite. Through prophets, he revealed divine truths, and among these prophets, none is more profound or central to the messianic message than Isaiah. Isaiah stands apart in both depth and divine scope. He spoke not just to his own people in ancient Judah but to all generations, testifying of the coming Messiah. This is precisely why Isaiah is so heavily featured in the Book of Mormon, more than any other Old Testament prophet. Yet, critics have long used Isaiah as a point of attack against the Book of Mormon, claiming that Joseph Smith plagiarized from the King James Bible. But this assumption is increasingly refuted by textual evidence, especially when comparing Book of Mormon Isaiah passages to two ancient sources that Joseph Smith could not have known in the 1820s: the Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered in the 20th century, and the Septuagint, an ancient Greek translation of Hebrew scripture. These ancient texts contain dozens of Isaiah variants, small but meaningful differences in wording and phrasing compared to the King James Version. When scholars and believers alike compare Joseph Smith's translation in the Book of Mormon to these ancient sources, something remarkable appears. Joseph's rendering of Isaiah more closely aligns with the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Septuagint than with the King James Version he had access to. This is not only stunning, it's spiritually compelling. How could a young man with no formal training in Hebrew or Greek, no scholarly access to these ancient documents, and no internet or libraries filled with biblical criticism, have arrived at translations that mirror texts buried in caves for centuries or locked away in academic obscurity? Consider this. Isaiah contains 66 chapters and is often viewed as a microcosm of the entire Bible. Just like the Bible has 66 books, Isaiah's first 39 chapters are largely about judgment and the law, while chapters 40 to 66 focus on hope, redemption, and the Messiah, mirroring the Old and New Testaments. This structure further underscores Isaiah's role as a bridge between law and grace, prophecy and fulfillment, a role perfectly suited to the Book of Mormon. Simply put, he couldn't have, unless he was indeed translating by the gift and power of God. Isaiah's presence in the Book of Mormon is not accidental. It is intentional and divine. Just as the Jews failed to recognize the star that heralded Christ's birth, some critics today fail to recognize the divine hand in Joseph's translation of Isaiah. But to the sincere seeker, the evidence shines through Isaiah's words preserved across millennia in texts Joseph Smith had no access to, confirm that the Book of Mormon's use of Isaiah is not plagiarism, but prophetic accuracy. It stands as a powerful witness that Joseph was a prophet of God, that the Book of Mormon is true, and that Jesus Christ is indeed the promised Messiah foretold in both the Bible and the Book of Mormon.